Okay, this video is for Tickle Me Dumpster. Talking about playing for a while and trying to find some other chord shapes, kind of using some pentatonic stuff. And I'd just like to show you some stuff that I like to do. I've never actually made a video like this before, so please forgive me. I'm also out on my porch with orchard sprinklers behind me because the kids are asleep, so we'll try to get through this. So one thing I like doing is taking a bar chord and putting a different note in the root. So if you take, I also apologize, I don't have any dots on my neck here, but if you take your just regular C power chord, just your C bar chord, take that and then put your pointer finger here for those three notes, but then put your ring finger on the 7th fret of the A string, and you're now playing a C, but you have the E, which is a third in the root, and it just gives it a different feel. So rather than you've got a, and really if you want to add your pinky here on the 8th fret of the E string, it's a G shape is what it is. So then, but one thing I like about doing this kind of thing is that if you're right here with your C, you put your pinky on, and it's an A minor. Or you can put your pinky on the B string on the 8th fret, and you got a real nice A minor 7 with a little extra something. I don't know what it is. But I like doing this a lot because you can do a lot of different chord voicings in one area without sticking to your typical bar chords. So we'll start with the C. So at this point I've just kind of left the open A just open there for the A minor. But then I could go to a C shape and pull that up to an F, which is also in this key, and then have your E over C to D minor. So and really all we're doing here is just playing the basic chord shapes at a different spot of the neck, whether it's part of a G shape or a C shape. Someone else in the comments mentioned, who was it? Probably the super nice guy. He typed the most, but using an F shape all over the neck. So an F, a G, an A, which technically that's just the bottom half of your full E. But I use that a lot. And then something my dad actually showed me is take an A, leave that open E, the high E string there, and this is part of the E C shape, but take that off, just get your ring on the 5th, pointer on the 4th, ring on the D. I think I said that right. To a G, to a D, just some fun little stuff there that's just, it doesn't sound like your typical for an A, E, G, D type of setup. Going back to the first thing of putting a bar chord, here's an E, starting with the E note on this 7th fret, and bring that up. One of the nice things you have here is that open E, so it sounds real nice to hammer it on. And you got the A right there also, so do the same thing. So there's there's just a couple different things that I would say could get you out of playing the bar chord rut a little bit. One thing about this is you mentioned doing shapes around the pentatonic. So say we're right here, say we're in the key of E major, and we're doing, that would just be your root, third, fifth, anywhere right there, and then just the rest of that. But you'll notice if you want to play the relative minor of the E would be the C sharp minor pentatonic scale. So if you want to play an E, it's all just kind of right there in that same area, and I really enjoyed just jamming on that, especially like in the back down here with the C and the A minor. It just there for a long time. Whenever I picked up a guitar, the first thing I do was just so that open A, and then I also really like it. Get like some Ted Nugent going on there, some stormtrooping. Oh, I haven't played it in a while. But anyways, if you have any questions or you want to tell me how terrible this video was, because I probably rambled because I've never done this before, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask. But I hope there's some fun stuff in here. You can use these same shapes if you want to play some hard rock or some metal or something. I don't know, that kind of stuff sounds better with distortion, obviously. But it's just a matter of taking the regular chord shapes you know and moving them all over the neck. And I think this video's gone long enough without getting into upside down chords or chords with a fifth on the root, but those are really fun also. What the heck. If you're still watching at this point, we'll keep going. Take like a bar chord, back to the C, so the fifth would be the G right there. So you have your G on the third fret. So it's really fun to just, it's almost like cheating drop D. We play drop D where someone just play the top two strings. And so if you play right here, that's a C. This is a C power chord with the root in the bass there, and get some real heavy distortion on there. It sounds really cool. Just to, it's a different sound. And then you can pull like an E. So that would be like an E shape, an E major shape. But put your pointer finger on the E. So you still have, so rather than a C going and getting that G there, you put the G in the root, and just a different full sound. I like doing that just for quick little stuff. Just I hope you learned something. I hope you had fun. I'm gonna go to bed now because it's probably like 1 o'clock. I gotta work.